today we're going to be drawing some poinsettias. I'm going to just draw everything with an oil pastel. I'm not going to use a pencil. If you feel more comfortable sketching everything out with a pencil first and then going over it with an oil pastel, you can. So we're going to do some fun little blending and radial design techniques. So I'm going to draw a circle. That is going to be the center of my poinsettia. And I can put it anywhere on the paper, but I'm not going to do it right in the middle. I'm going to do it a little off to the side. And I just start with one circle. Then I'm going to draw about 5 circles around it. If it's 6, that's fine. They don't have to be touching. They're close together, so I think I got 6 in there. All right, that works. So I have my circles. Now I'm going to start with my petals. I'd like to do poinsettias this time of year because that's what I use when I decorate. And I just draw this. It's a V. It's a teardrop. It's an oval with a point on the end. And I'm just going to draw this around my circles that I started in the center. I'm actually going to turn my paper so that I can try to get these as close to the same shape as possible. But again, they do not have to be perfect. We are drawing a flower, which is something that is found in nature, and nature is not precise. It is not geometrically perfect, which is what makes it so beautiful. All right, so I have my first set of poinsettia leaves. If you want to, you can draw a little bit of a line, but I'm gonna leave that blank because we're gonna do some really cool blending. So you may not wanna have anything in there. I'm going to go ahead and do my next set of leaves. These are the leaves that are, they're actually all leaves, just some are red and some are green, that are underneath this first layer. And I'm just gonna go right in between here. Again, they don't have to be perfect. Poinsettia leaves are all of varying sizes. And there's my second set of leaves. All right, so I'm gonna do a third row, and as you can see, I am going off the edge of my paper over here because I went slightly off center, and that is absolutely okay. All right, I didn't draw one there because it wasn't close enough, but I did draw part of one there. I'm gonna draw part of one here, and then one here. So since most of my paper is filled up, now I'm gonna just use this space to create a nice little leaf and to kind of differentiate between the leaves that I'm going to color red and the leaf that I'm going to color green. I am actually going to draw a line here and create a little bit of the vines for that leaf because this one is going to be green again. These are going to be red. So we're going to now talk about blending and using color. So my center of my flower, I like to use either purple or blue. And the reason I use either purple or blue is because it's gonna keep that center nice and dark and rich, but it's not gonna suck any of the really bright, vibrant red colors that we're gonna use to color in our poinsettia flower petals. Now I know that there are a lot of poinsettias if you go into Lowe's or Home Depot that are a lot of different colors, but we are going to be focusing on using those reds. I'm going to use a little bit of pink to kind of lighten it up. It's already a little bit light from me drawing everything in with that white. I probably should have used a yellow to draw all this stuff in with because that white really does lighten it up, but that's okay. And I have, let me see if this will make it a little bit darker on this side. This is a little turquoise. It does, no, but it changes it a little bit. It gives it a little bit of fun interest. All right. So I'm going to show you one flower petal. I'm going to color in one of the leaves or flower petals. And then I'm going to just put it into time-lapse mode to speed it up so you can see the process from beginning to end. So I'm going to start here with this one. And I start with yellow. Yellow is my lightest color, so I want to start with my lightest color. And I'm going to start at the tip, the point, which is the outermost part of my leaf, and I'm going to color in down towards the middle of my leaf. Okay. And I'm going to color right about to the middle, just like that. And I have put a little bit more pressure up here at the point, and then I eased up on the pressure, and you can hear it if you're listening. Then I'm going to grab a little bit of orange. You don't have to do this part, but I like to. This is a really bright orange, so we'll see how this turns up. I might decide not to use it on my other leaves. And I'm going to put a little bit of orange right here, right in the middle, just in the middle. I'm going to let it go a little bit up into this orange, but I'm not going to go closer to the inside of my flower petal where it is, or my leaf where it is the widest, okay? Then I'm going to find a red. So make sure it is either the red or the red violet. I'm sorry, not red violet, red orange. This is a good orange. You could just stick with this orange or this red. This rust, don't use the rust. It's not a bright enough color. So red, orange, yellow, those are your colors. If you want to do all of your flower petals just with the red, orange, and the yellow, that's fine. You don't have to do the orange in the middle. So I'm going to come here. Actually, I'm going to turn it a little bit so it's easier for me to color. And I'm going to start at the center right there by my dots, and I'm going to pull that red down towards the orange, okay? Now, what's great about oil pastels is that we can do a lot of blending just like this, just by coloring together and doing a little bit of mixing. So I'm going straight up to that white edge, coloring over top of it. It's going to create a little bit of a lighter area. Love this. This is so much fun. All right, and you see how coloring now, and I'm easing up on my pressure. I don't have nearly as much pressure, but I am going all the way to the tip of my poinsettia flower petal. See that? And it creates this gradation of dark to light. Now this is dark, but it's not as dark as I want it. So I'm gonna grab this blue and I'm gonna come back in here, or this indigo. This is a blue violet. And you can use blue or violet or indigo. And I'm gonna just pull it in here very lightly, just right there, because there's a darkest shadow is right there. And then I'm gonna grab that red back and go right back over it, and it makes it nice and dark. And I'm going to repeat that process with every single flower petal, even these guys here, okay? And just watch me do it on the Speedy Gonzalez version so you can kind of see how I do those middle ones. And then you're going to go for it and you're going to have a blast, all right?